Talking about the future of African philanthropy requires going forward and reasoning backwards. For me, this is the best time for African philanthropy for several reasons. The first is that the sector is getting closer and closer as a community, illustrating its vital importance. COVID-19 achievements by philanthropy from local community levels to individual giving to foundations and corporate philanthropy are a testimony to this. Our recent conference demonstrated this. We had a 2-day annual conference where we invited different sectors of society to share their achievements, especially during this time of the pandemic. We heard several stories that span from individual giving at family level to community giving of different kinds, in cash, in kind, in goods, among others. We also heard from high net worth individuals who have given the biggest grants and amounts in more than 10 years, between March 2020 and December 2020. So this is the best moment when it comes to African giving, and it spans from all sectors of society. And it's no longer the case where we say the poor are recipients of gifts. We now see that everyone gives. Secondly, this is the best moment for African philanthropy because of the research and knowledge that has been produced. Gone are the days when we did not know much about African philanthropy. Today we know more and more of the sector. We have, of course, established centers of learning, centers of research, and this is one of the important reasons why our center, the Center on African Philanthropy and Social Investment, is important. We launched our first journal on African philanthropy. Secondly, we also began to teach at various levels, spanning from professional courses, executive courses, to postgraduate degrees that include diploma, a master's degree, and PhDs. So there's no doubt that centers like CAPSI and others that are likely to come out will be very necessary and important for the future of African philanthropy. The third reason why I think this is the best moment for philanthropy is that we are beginning to see increased amounts of giving, like I said, by high net worth individuals, but also by other forms of philanthropies. The African Philanthropy Forum and Brisbane new report shows the levels at which high net worth individuals gave in 1 year. This was more than what they've done in the past 10 years. A shift, however, is required in the patterns of giving to make an impactful contribution. We need giving towards systems change. We need giving that will address vexing issues such as inequality, poverty, and the different forms of exclusion and discrimination. The future of philanthropy, therefore, for me, lies somewhere between high net worth individuals and community responses. The new world requires a combination of community, or what I call ethnographic understanding, and instruments, and some of the strategic philanthropy approaches, both at corporate and independent foundations level. The current best moment for African philanthropy is in danger, however, if the following pressing issues are not addressed. The first for me is climate change and biodiversity. Other regions in the world have made huge strides in climate adaptation and mitigation. Africa is still lagging behind, yet climate change is so evident and does not require any convincing. The second is clean energy. This is in part related to the challenges of climate change. Africa still has a weak energy infrastructure. There can be no development without clean energy. We need philanthropies to support and fund strategies that will lead us to clean forms of energy. The third, of course, is inequality that remains a big challenge, requiring financing of systems and structural change. There are other forms of challenges that I think philanthropy will require attention, but the three that I have mentioned to me are the key pressing issues for the future. There is no doubt, therefore, that African philanthropy in future will be an equalizer in restructuring relations between society and the state, between local organizations and their international counterparts, as well as in becoming a game changer in policy development, sustainable development, and the redressing of systemic and structural inequities in Africa. Institutions like the Africa Philanthropy Forum, the Africa Philanthropy Network, the Kenya Community Development Foundation, the Alliance Magazine, among others, are the future of philanthropy because of the work that they currently do. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Alliance Magazine and the other partners for organizing this webinar. Unfortunately, I couldn't join in person. However, I've recorded this video so that I can contribute to the discussions. I also urge you to visit our website, the CAPSI website, where we have lots of information that we have collected, especially emerging out of our second annual philanthropy conference. Thank you very much.